Y'all, please help me understand this. My lights got turned off, so I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off? That you have kids that stay here. You don't care about your kids? I understand that I have a husband, granted, don't beat me up over it, but we fell on hard times. So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids be in the dark than to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband? Would you have helped me then? These men is crazy.
Come on now, dog.
Help me get my lights turned on. Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. As my
What the fuck?
daddy, you should be helping me.
You can't make this up, fellas. She actually said what you heard her say. This woman has a husband, which means she chose that guy over the man she had kids with. Hypergamy. It's a motherfucker. And so she chose this new guy, walked down the aisle with him, and now he became her benefactor. And thus, this simp, who stepped into the role of a step simp, has taken on this responsibility and has fumbled it. Now the lights are off. She's calling her baby's father to try to help her get lights on in a house he don't stay at that another grown-ass man lives at. Interesting how she thinks that's okay. But even worse than that, she thinks it's okay for her to say to him and us, the entire internet, that he should step into the place where he once was, that she would, for whatever reason, took him out of. No, sweetheart. In this life, there are things called consequences. You chose him, you thought he was an upgrade, well, living your upgrade in the pitch black ass dark as soon as the sun goes down. Here's my thing, guys. If he's smart, and I pray he's a subscriber to the network, he should take this video, clip it, to his lawyer's office, and petition for immediate sole custody, offering her visitation and a complete dissolution of any child support agreement they may have in place. That's what he ought to do, if he's smart. You telling me that two grown-ass adults can't hold down to two part-time jobs? I don't know what they're running around there, but my guess is they don't live in a house, probably an apartment. And so how much electricity can you possibly use unless you leave the lights on all day and all night? Hard to tell. But first of all, my guy, why did you stick your naked pipe in something that looks like this? Why would you do it more than once? Because I heard her say kids. That sounds like plural. It sounds like several. Why would you? Oh my God. Well, you can't unring a bell. But what you can do is, if you love your kids, and I imagine you do, you get them kids up out of there. Tell the judge. It's an unsafe environment. No lights means no hot water in most cases. No lights means they're walking around, they can hurt themselves, bumping into something sharp. Yeah, it's an unsafe environment. And they're under care of two irresponsible so-called adults. Bring it with me, Your Honor. Lights on at my house. Water run good at my house. They got plenty of clothes, plenty of good nutritious meals at my house. Bring it with me. Give them to me. But she wouldn't want that. Why? Because if he takes those kids bye-bye to any annuity payments, aka child extortion payment, aka child support payments she'll be receiving once a month, tax-free. The selfishness of these modern shrews. It's staggering. Mind-blowing even.
So I broke up with my ex a few days ago, and he used to pay for like a lot of my bills, like a good chunk of them. And today I found out he turned off my Wi-Fi.
Why is she saying this like she was surprised? What did you think, you signed up for the lifetime Wi-Fi program? What is wrong with you?
I don't know why I was under the impression like he would just always pay for him, or he would just like not remember. No.
I don't know why you thought that either.
Yeah, and he normally pays like for my Pilates membership. I also had to pay that myself yesterday.
Congratulations for being a grown-up. I have no idea what's going on here.
But at the same time, I feel peace. So like, was it really worth it, you know? But I'm just like, damn. I hope he doesn't remember other things that he's paid for, because he's still paying for them. Oh my God, wait. Now I'll have to check.
Why would you want a man you thought was stressful because you said now it's peaceful to continue paying for something for you when you guys are no longer together? What kind of mooching mentality is this? So many of you women are just users, and it's just ridiculous. If the relationship is over, wrap it up. You should be the one stopping that. He shouldn't have to deal with that. You are no longer his girlfriend. It's just something's wrong with some of y'all. Y'all just leeches who just wants to suck everything out of a man, if you're with him or not. It's just ridiculous.
An amazing life of unearned privilege these modern women live in. She said she broke up with her boyfriend. Not that he left her. She broke off the relationship with him. This is a guy who, according to her, is paying for hella items in her life to make her life more comfortable, easier, and smoother to navigate. She decided she can do better. There's something over the fence, like green grass, that she wants to step in and frolic and play in. So, okay, cool. You go over there. You hop that damn fence and you go play in that grass, hoping there's no dog turds in it. Uh-oh. What's that? Me breaking off our relationship means all the goodies that he provided are no longer there for me. Aw, poor baby. And now you're talking about you had a hardship by paying your own Pilates gym membership? Such delightful first world problems. Meanwhile, my man's probably out there living his best life, doing a cost-benefit analysis of the money he's going to save by not having you in it. When you call him back, and you're going to call him back, you're going to send him the "Hey Big Head" text. It's going to happen. As sure as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, you're going to do it. Because a woman who looks like you can't do better than what you had. So when you find that out the hard way, after getting clapped and then thrown back to the streets, I hope you don't answer the phone. Hopefully your number's blocked. And your mama's house, and your job, and in your best girlfriend's house. I hope all those numbers are blocked in his phone, and you can't get a hold of him. Hopefully he moves, so you can't even get in contact with him wherever he stays now. Hopefully where he works, you have to be buzzed in and have to have passcodes and security that won't let you in through the lobby. You deserve this, and I pray life gets a lot harder for you, because your entitlement is atrocious. How dare you? But unfortunately, she's not alone.
And some nigga light bills. I am struggling, y'all. I'm a single mother doing this all by myself, providing for y'all and taking care of y'all, and I need help. I asked you for the birthday money, and you said no. So that's why I'm taking the PS5 back so I can get a refund so I can have the money to pay the light bill.
How you
all
just
I'm
gonna
doing.
take my PS5 that I asked for on Christmas? You only spent $500 on it, now you trying to take it back.
Okay, and that $500 I can use to pay the bills. I wouldn't come to you and ask you if I didn't need your help, but I need your help. And you can't play the game anyway if you don't have no lights.
And you can't have my birthday money either, because people cashed out that to me.
Okay, but we need lights.
Why you going out so much? I'm tired of you going out. You need to spend time with us, and you need to spend money on your bills.
Leilani, I'm not even talking to you. So you stay in the child's place.
You said stay in the child's place, but you asking my brother to pay your bill. And just like Lay said, you need to start spending money on us and stop going spending money on yourself and your little.
Y'all know damn well the kids ain't wrong.
Let me read y'all something I learned way back in Sunday school. And ye fathers, or mothers in this case, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Now I know this isn't a metaphysical channel, I get that guys, but bear with me for a second. There are several practical uses for this scripture. Number one, you should always, as a parent or a guardian, always provide an environment where children feel encouraged to want to try harder when they fail. Because they're going to fail. They're going to stumble, they're going to fall, they're going to scuff their knee. It's going to happen. It's part of the process. But as a parent, you can't beat them down and tear them down because it's going to ultimately bear bad fruit. Also, this woman is today, they didn't have these back in ancient Israel, but what they do have today are nursing homes. You piss your kids off bad enough, hard enough, where you scar them, you got to remind yourself, they're not going to be kids forever. They're going to grow up. They're going to remember all of the grievances that you gave them. They're going to remember all the grievances they still have yet resolved. And when the time comes, they're going to stick you in the worst home, half a star, not even 1 star rated in your state. This chick is walking around, driving in this case, I apologize, talking about how she's going to take this kid's Christmas gift and pretty much take it to the pawn shop, I guess, knowing you're not going to get anywhere near as much money for a used electronic item as you would get when it's brand new. Anybody who ever went to EB or GameStop will tell you that. But even worse than that, she's talking about you give me your birthday money because I'm too fiscally irresponsible to pay the bills when I'm the so-called adult in the conversation. You gotta be kidding me, bro. What's staggering about this is she doesn't see how wrong she is. It took a little girl who's younger than the brother whose money she's trying to steal to remind her that her priorities is her hair, her nails, her outfits, and going to the club to try to find another stepdaddy to come and help them pay them bills. Guys, for all my single guys who have never fathered an offspring, please understand this if you're going to be playing around in the single mom sandbox. Single moms, when it comes to men who don't have kids, they're not looking for love, gentlemen. They're looking for financial help. Stay away from these women. Because any woman who would do this to her own kid, God only knows what she'd do to you and your wallet.
So my daughter's father tells me today that for spring break, he's taking our daughter, we have one daughter together, to Disneyland for 5 days. And I guess it was going to be a surprise, or it's going to be a surprise, or was, whatever. So I'm like, awesome, I'm going to go shopping, get her a couple outfits, I'll get her a new bathing suit, da-da-da. I'm thinking about all these things, and then I'm thinking, wait, just her? Because she has 5 other siblings. So I had to ask him, everybody else is invited too, right? And he looked at me like I was crazy and said, no, those aren't my kids. We were together for years. You were their stepfather. You're going to take your daughter to Disneyland and not take her siblings? Do you know how upset that would make them? Not doing it. She's not going unless her siblings can go. Period.
First of all, how down bad you gotta be, man, to put children in these buffarillos we've seen in this video today? My God, multiple. Let me not get off point. The fact that this woman, such as she is so dedicated to ruining her child's opportunity to go to Disneyland because she thinks it's this man's responsibility after the relationship is over. Remember, the entitlement knows no boundaries, gentlemen. She thinks that this guy who was a stepfather to 5 bastards is supposed to come out of his pocket and spend, I don't even know how much money. Disneyland ain't that's not a trip to Dairy Queen, I promise you that. But he wants to take his daughter on a probably once in a lifetime opportunity to create some memories with her because that's his responsibility. Not them other 5 kids she got from 5 stragglers. She just wants her own kid to go. Her selfishness cannot be satiated. Gentlemen, please be very careful where you place your sacred seed. You must not impregnate such beasts because what they want will always be more important than what's best for the child. Don't you ever forget that. You said they were your stepchildren. That means he married this thing and got it pregnant. But the marriage is over. His legal responsibility, his fiscal responsibility, 5 other children, does not exist anymore. His responsibility is for his daughter, and that's what he's focused on. And if you keep her from going on this trip, she will remember this. And there's very few chaotic relationships more turbulent than a teenage girl and their mother. You want to step in dog shit on this one, sweetheart? You make her get put in a position where she doesn't go on this trip with her father. You will pay the price one day. I can guarantee it to you. God. That's all I can handle for one day, fellas. That's my time. Like the video? Comment down below. Share with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Until next time.